Alright, good morning. I don't know, it's 6 a.m. on my Saturday, so this is about how much I sleep in, and just want to go over a few recent tool acquisitions, maybe why I got them, this or that, but might as well dive right in. I've been to the Tool Junkie store, cheap and affordable, kind of Harbor Freight. But honestly, there's very few things I've been terribly disappointed with them. But some 5mm gloves. I don't know. Not that whether I need them, but we'd be giving them a go. Perforation on the box is like any other crap. So it came with this little size your hand deal on there. You put the middle of your palm down on this red line, and and kind of tells you, it's like, well, I was above medium, kind of in the middle of medium large, so hey, who knows. Figured I'd get the large, didn't want to get mediums and be like the whole time. Though I did know that you kind of wanted them to be a little tight, but I guess they are what they are as far as that goes. But I don't know, it just seems like recently anymore I've been messing with a lot of especially with Harbor Freight, or for that matter, Grizzly. Pretty much everything you touch has Cosmoline on it, And so, figured I'd tired of digging around in that, so I got some of them. Also, what I got there, let's see, yeah, you can see the whole thing here, is a 25-inch, half-inch drive breaker bar. Really, the reason why I got this is, Christmas is coming up, and I needed to get something for my brother. Now, I am 5'9", overweight, roughly around 200 pounds-ish, and most of the time when I do my own car work, like I was replacing the rear hubs on the G6 that my wife drives around, the bearings were in there and stuff, and normally, like, I run just a impact wrench, just 90-100 psi, and I mean that's the half-inch impact, yeah, I think so. And I'm not saying that should break everything, but it didn't break it, so I had to run in, and I went to O'Reilly's, and I was like, just give me your biggest one. They had a 17-inch one, so okay, all right, better than nothing. Got the 17-inch. Still needed to put a pipe extension. And by the way, I asked them at O'Reilly's. They're like, oh yeah, it's got a lifetime warranty, blah blah blah. And I was just like, even if I put a pipe extension on the end, they're like, yeah. And I was like, well, that'll probably never hold up, so don't do it. But anyways, even then, I had to put a pipe extension on a 17-inch breaker bar to get those things loose, and I'm just thinking, holy crap, whoever put these on, probably the dealership that I go to for some oil changes and every once in a while when they rotate the tires. But anyways, that was it. My brother is shorter than me, probably weighs less than me. And so I figured he would need a little extra leverage, and it's like, you know what, I don't have a 25-inch one, so while I got him one, I got myself one. So that's how this one came about. Alright, what else have we got? Even though I actually went on, I believe, Enco and got some of these, The first time I wanted to get some, they're, by the way, just center drills. First time I went into Harbor Freight to get some, they were sold out, and the woman's like, well, we have a truck coming in later tonight, and I'm like, I'm not coming back. I mean, I live, I don't know, maybe 40 miles from there. It's all right if I'm coming from work, but I'm not like making a special trip in at night just because they got some. So anyways, I was back at Harbor Freight again, and I had to see, it's like, hey, they got some. So this is like $6 for these. I mean, if they, I gotta imagine they'll do somewhat all right, but if they don't, I'm not terribly gonna be disappointed. They're high-speed steel instead of cobalt, but and not that I was shopping for these, but I guess it's considered a zero flute or a no flute, even though it's got the nice hole drilled through it, set of countersinks. So those were $10. Kind of ran out of these the other days, so I figured they're normally roughly 10 for 10 there, so $1 a piece. And recently, I mean, this here tap handle, it came with just you know, the cheapest or whatever cobalt kit that you could find, and from Lowe's, obviously, being cobalt. But I mean, it went through quite a bit with me, and then finally I was using the biggest tap for it, the 1/2-inch tap, and I don't even think I was going in. I think I was trying to bring the tap back out or something. I know that by the time it had happened, I believe the battery on the camera quit, so nobody got to see that, unfortunately. But anyways, that broke. I don't know if it's cast aluminum or something. Maybe I'll try something stupid and weld it back together. But yeah, it'd be something stupid. Then I went there and I got this here kit. It's, I mean, I don't know how much I like it. There might be some sort of modifications happening. I'm not saying yes, no, or otherwise to it, but here's some more of the Cosmoline that I'm trying to get away from. Is that, but I mean, this little dinky one here, it's I mean, 3 sizes, because it's supposed to do this one 16th to 5/32. This middle one here is 5/32 to 1/4 inch. I mean, there's your size comparison there, I guess. And then the third one is pretty much supposed to get the rest of them 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. So here's your somewhat of a size comparison between the 3. Now, the thing that I'm thinking maybe for a modification, and it doesn't look like it'd be terribly difficult. It would be just kind of cutting this off, pulling it out, making a new one and pushing it in. Is, I understand, okay, yeah, you can push this out and you can get extra leverage, I guess, this way, but I mean, I don't know, call me nostalgic or something, but like when I had this one, I could be way out here turning both ways with it, and I mean, I guess if I put them together and I have that one fully out, maybe it's a little bit further, but like I say, I don't know, I may or I may not do it. But anyways, that's just another item from yours truly, Harbor Freight. Alright, so let's see which one this is. Now we're getting on to some stuff that I got from Grizzly. Alright. So, you may or may not have seen my miserable first off attempts at parting with this lathe that I got. And I'm sure I did a good bit of damage to it. And this tool is thoroughly heated up and fried, and you know, this and that. But what I gotta move the coffee. I'm afraid I'm dropping stuff in it. But what I got here is, okay, so you have your tool holder, or yeah, I guess you have two tool holders here. And so this is something that they had, you know, so you can clamp. You got your cutoff blade or your parting tool blade and this clamp, and then this clamp has an adapter, and it's like a half-inch shank deal or whatever stupidness that kind of goes into a regular tool holder. And I just think that really what may be part of what was happening, because I noticed some of this, like, wow, that tool's really flexing this and this, it's torquing down. And you know, when you're parting, you kind of have to have a very rigid setup, because if your tool starts to twist in there, then it's got a lot of friction, or when it starts to lean forward, then it's even more friction. And so ultimately, I don't think that this was cutting it for me. I mean, hey, I'm sure there was a lot of fault on me, but regardless of the fact, I decided. So some more recent acquisitions. I really don't think that these, I'm pretty sure these, they say Grizzly, so they came from Grizzly. Is number one, an actual 5/8 blade. Even sealed in this plastic, that's the Chinese way, is to, I mean, oil is, you can't believe it. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here even though I know I'm going to take it out, but you know, it's part of life. But it's pretty nice, you know, you just sit it flat in there and torque it down. So again, the whole reason for this is you have this in your tool holder, bunk. This is a lot more rigid than having kind of a winky dinky, I scabbed it together, something that might work, you know? So that's why I got this one. These things right here, all they are is some 1/4-inch steel, high-speed steel, I think it says slash cobalt, they're 5% cobalt, high-speed steel, whatever, you know. They might do a number on a grinding wheel or something, but they'll be ground on a regular grinding wheel nonetheless, so. The inspector code. Alrighty, number. Man, I should really bring my knife over here. And these are good sturdy, they're heavy metal. But again, anyways, this is simply for holding a boring bar. It's got a sleeve in there that I imagine can be pressed out or punched out or whatever, and so I can either use a 3/4 inch or a 1 inch boring bar. And so what those other earlier 1/4 inch bits go to would be that this boring bar that I got doesn't seem to be terribly covered in oil. They must have ran out. Anyways, it's set up for, it could be like right here, putting a 1/4 inch high-speed steel so that you can have a 45 degree, or on the other end you can flip it around and have your 90 degree. So 12 inch boring bar. This is also from Grizzly. Seems to be a recurring theme here. Just noticing like the locking mechanism, you got these 2 screws, and on the other side they're going into some bolts. Can't see it with the sleeve or anything, but I'm guessing that they have a cam in there or something that squeezes and holds that tight. Again, that's a guess. And even though I know I've expressed that I'm sticking to high-speed steel for the most part, right now anyways, when I got this lathe, when I went down there to Springfield, Missouri and picked it up, the whole high-speed steel thing wasn't in my head yet. So I picked up, because the only machining class I had, I used some inserts. I used some high-speed steel, but for the most part we used insert tooling. I picked up this set thinking it was, they have quite a few sets to choose from, but this set has, it spoke to me in the sense of it seems a little better quality rigidity. You get 7 tools. You get your parting tool, your threading tool, your left hand turning tool. I think they call that a profiler, and then these are both different types of inserts for right hand turning and spacing and blah blah blah. But I mean, it comes in this nice wooden box. You got your foam, you got this. It's well put together, and excuse me, and I don't know how quickly I'll use it, but the box will probably be repurposed, because all these are going to end up in tool holders, right? So the box will probably be repurposed for, I don't know, jewelry or something for the wife. Alright, so that's it for, I think anyways, for the most part, my new tool acquisitions lately, that I think mostly working towards machining the lathe and this and that. But alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any of these tools, or as I use them, if you know, I can give you an update of what else is going on. So, oh, and one more little acquisition that I do have. Let's see here. I picked up this shop vac off of, I believe, Amazon. I think I paid $100 for it or something, but had pretty decent reviews. The reason why I picked this one is A, it's got capacity, it's got a little bit more horsepower, but it had, from what I could see there, I think this is a 2.5 inch hose. It was one of the bigger hoses, and the reasoning that I went to behind that is I want to use it to vacuum up chips and stuff from the lathe work, so wanted a hose that it could try and not clog up so bad. But anyways, that's yeah, that is definitely it for now for the new tool acquisition. So thanks for watching. Again, if you have anything, go ahead, feel free to put it in the comments and I'll get back to you. And thank you.